I've taught the QCF framework now for 10 years and recently started to teach on the RQF. The RQF is definitely up to date in terms of the content material that we're teaching, and there are a lot more practical activities which suit the skill sets and the mindsets of our students. I prefer the RQF because it does have examination units as well, which shows off the students' skills that they can actually perform in exams and coursework activities as well. At university, if you're planning to do further study, you will have to take exams, so it's really important to learn the technique. And I think the exams are still very practical, so there is a pre-release exam on the RQF. So students are still having to demonstrate those practical skills of researching and interpreting information. And so there is still an element of sort of coursework in there as well, so they have to do a lot of fact-finding before they sit the exam. I think the RQF students are more independent learners. They have a lot more content to cover in the specification, and that means that they are off researching their own material and doing a lot more independent reading in the spare time. And I think that is a really valuable skill that will help them if they decide to go into further education. The advice I would give to teachers wanting to take RQF would be to plan very carefully before starting the qualification, have a look at the unit selections because some of the units sit together very nicely and complement each other. So with the mandatory units, such as the marketing exam, you can then do the optional units, the marketing optional units as well. So the theory overlaps, so you can actually sort of get a lot of synergy between the units, and that makes it easier for the students to understand. Students appreciate the work that goes into delivering the BTEC programmes because they do come out as fully rounded people, not just with a qualification but a skill set that they can take forward to the workplace.